Hello, Zemalf here, and welcome back to Motortown, and welcome back to another early game tutorial, where we will be playing with Uncle Zemalf, the character I used in my efficient start, playing about 6 hours and basically getting them from 0 to decent professional levels and some money. But the idea of this one is to be kind of an early game company tutorial, meaning that we will be setting up some early company routes, and I guess the goal of this mini-series is to go from basically having nothing to building the first depot using the company vehicles. But let's go back to the game. I already had one attempt on this yesterday, but I actually ran into a little bit of a bug in the game, which was kind of interesting, regarding borrowed trailers, but let's not go to that in too much detail. So my character doesn't have any company NPCs helping them at the moment. We do have the company called High Octane Milk, coined after the good money-making fuel and milk route, but we have 5 company slots for our NPC drivers, and we could buy more, all the way up to 20. I think maybe in this mini-series we'll get up to 10 or so. But we're gonna be working on setting out different truck routes and adding vehicles, making money so that we can buy more vehicles, and having those cars, trucks work for us so that we can get money, little bit of money, but more importantly, we'll start to work on the town bonuses, which means more money for the jobs we do. And then also working towards that first depot of our own, which is a place where the company vehicles can automatically repair. And if you go all the way with it, you can actually build a system that you can have your computer running if you want to just have your company cars make you a little bit of money, but kind of move stuff around and prepare the jobs that you want to do. So let's start by setting up one route, because I have a dumpy, one of the trucks that I used, or only kind of cargo truck I have at the moment, that I used to make, used to deliver coal and iron for the efficient start. But I'm gonna go to my Notion database, where I have all my routes. So let me show that to you guys. So let's go here. So it looks like this, and with this current routes, this current routes is my main character's routes, but in all routes there's all the routes I am using, and here there is a route JSON that you can click on any of the routes and click copy and take that route to import it in your company. So I'm gonna go here, and I want to find a route for limestone. I'll take limestone, and here I have limestone quarry, so I click copy on the limestone quarry route, and then I get back to Motortown, and I go to the truck routes, I add the truck routes, and I import. And then I have that route, which is collecting limestone rock at the quarry and deliver it to the rock drop. And this route, not gonna make money, but I will put my dumpy doing something. Even that my dumpy at the moment is all the way in Das Harbor, where I left it when I delivered iron or coal, don't remember which one it was. But let's give this dumpy a route, limestone quarry, and set it on its way. And it will first drive from Dasa to the quarry and start collecting limestone. And in the same way, already to prepare, since I have this database open, let's take a route for oil. And I have a route here called OG Drilling Sanfo Refinery Plastic Factory, so I'm gonna copy this as well. And again, back to the game, truck route, add route, import. And this particular route will deliver crude oil to the refinery, and then from there oil to the plastic factory. And as you can see, this route is very long. Very, very long. So I don't want to drive this myself, but I want some plastic, because we need, for example, plastic pipes for the depot we'll eventually build. And we also see some invalids here. Those are the locations for the depots that this character does not have. The route works even if these are in, but I will take them out so that they don't, for example, do like a loop here, try to go to the where the depot normally is. So I will do that. That is just here ready for me for what we're gonna do in just a moment. We're not gonna assign one for it. So I will be building some routes in game, but I will be mostly using that Notion database, and you can find that in the video description. And kind of, if you are a more experienced player, you just want to see kind of how fully established route works, a fully established company works with 20 cars or trucks. You can check the video how I run my company. It is in my Motortown playlist, showing my whole like full setup. But this is now a starting point. I came here just to show one thing as an example what the company will be doing to me. Meat boxes, very good way to make money, or just to get the town bonuses high by having company NPC deliver the meat boxes to the supermarkets. But if you don't deliver containers here, there will be 0 meat boxes here. But instead of me driving containers back and forth all the time, I will have a company truck deliver containers here. And also to the bakery and some other places as well, like the aforementioned plastic factory, which is here. Because in addition to the oil, it also takes containers in order to make those plastic pipes. So we'll be taking care of that. But for that, so that we can get those things happen, we need some trucks. And I like to use semi-trucks whenever possible. If you are setting up a company, you have been playing Motortown for a while, but haven't really kind of dabbled into it, you probably have some vehicles already. And you can put whatever vehicle you have in the company. But then eventually you can kind of slowly build up and kind of optimize your setup and have the best or biggest vehicles. But with the semi-trucks, and if you are like trucking level 30, you can borrow trailers. So you can buy the simplest semi-truck, like the Jamusi semi. Costs only 80,000 coin, and you can pull any load with this when the NPC is driving it. If you yourself buy this, it only has a small engine, it will die on hills, but the NPCs have a little bit of different rules, so this will work. But the problem with this is that it's only available at the Michium locking sites, or Michium, yeah, it's Michium locking, I think. A little bit far away. So I'm not gonna go there just now, and instead I will use 40,000 more to actually buy a Atlas semi. And this is also available on trucking level 10, so you can get started with this really quickly. So we're gonna go there. But before I do that, we're gonna go and buy, or let's say invest, with this money I have into a little bit of convenience, which is the Campy motorhome. Because you can buy plots around the map and get teleport locations where you can teleport to. But the motorhome is such teleport location that you can move around. And I want one in Jeju Harbor in particular. Elsewhere as well, because right now I only have the one place in Gangchung that you start with, where we're gonna teleport in just a moment. But to save a little bit of time, not drive everywhere, I'm gonna get myself to Campies. And I will be doing it today as well, but the best way to make money early on is to set up a company and do the high octane milk route. Deliver fuel from Jeju Harbor into the Noxan fuel storage, and then from there to the water factory and ranch, pick up milk and deliver that to the cheese factory, and get money through the contracts along the way. And for that contracts you need the company, which I have already set up. That was in the kind of the first part of this, if you will, the efficient start. And what you need is driver level 10, and then you go to Gangchung City Hall and talk to the lady there and start a company. Doesn't cost anything, but you need that company even if you don't use any AI vehicles, even if you don't do what I'm doing today, because you want that to make money from the contracts. So that's the starting point. Now we have a couple of Campies, and I will drive to Jeju Harbor, because if I don't have the Campy there, and then I want to, for example, do that few routes, I would have to drive here every time, which is fun. You can always kind of think about that what delivery I can do on my way there. And when you are starting out, that is very much like a fun way to play, but also for convenience here for this tutorial, and also kind of in the long run you probably will have teleports everywhere, so you might as well start building that network right away. Should have refueled Tuscan, but it's fine. Now, I didn't mention it, but I am playing the version 0.7.19, currently in the public testing, so this is the test branch version 15. This will probably be out soon, but nothing really special in this version for this, what we are doing. So I spawned my Campy, and I'm gonna leave it here, and I leave it like parked like this, so that it doesn't block the parking spots, and when I teleport to it I will appear right here, kind of from the starting, so then I can immediately spawn a vehicle and be on my way. So now, in addition to this starter home, I have a Campy that I can teleport to right here. And this is one of the locations you can buy it. Actually, to be super convenient, when doing that few route, you could pick up a Campy from the Kasi Ranch on the way here. Which I kind of thinking back, I probably should have done that when I was doing the high octane milk. That would have been like extremely efficient. Not that kind of efficiency is the guiding light today, because I will be figuring things out as well, because it has been 900 hours since I was at this stage. Well, let's say 800 hours since I was at this stage that I started building a company. So things have changed, and I don't remember everything. Okay, but we want to buy. Want to buy a truck, so let's go there. And then now that we have a teleport location at Jesu, we can come back here and go and buy ourselves a truck. And I'll get my taxi that I set up for that efficient start. And let's see if there's anyone here who's going the right way. Those guys are a little bit off to the side, so looks like this time I wasn't in luck. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. This one would have been great, but they are a little bit out of my way, so I'm not gonna take that. We will just go and get those trucks. It is about as high and fast as the Fox can go with the stock engine I have on it. I think I tuned this a little, but this is actually a surprisingly good driver, because it's so light. How the game's physics work, it's kind of it doesn't sway as much as some of the others. I might also burn my engine here soon if I blast it the whole way. I don't remember exactly, but I think this version has changed a little bit how the lighting and kind of that little bit of like fog in the distance in a way. More like moody atmosphere. Affects the rains more than this, but so here at Goose and Truck, we'll be buying ourselves 2 Atlases. Which is this one. If you want to go real cheap, you would go that Chemusi Semi, which is in a way the best company truck, because it costs less to buy and it costs less to run. This SRT is here as well, but it costs 120,000 as well. So instead of that, the Atlas Semi is a pretty decent truck. So let's buy 2 of these. And too late. Almost timed it right this time. So now we have a couple of Atlas semis, and then we teleport back to Jesu Harbor. And this is as far as I got yesterday when I was doing this, and it turned into a beta testing session, because I have to be careful with these borrowed trailers. If you spawn one when you have just spawned the previous one, they will despawn. That was incredibly annoying. I I was testing the thing for quite a long time to figure out how it goes. So what we want to do is spawn the trailers, and then if we spawn more trailers, we have these trailers basically next to us, instead of like driving them there, because they will disappear. It's very weird. Not gonna go into details on that because... but anyway, so we're gonna drive oil, or crude oil and oil. What we want is tanker. And this topper lead and topper rear will get it done. Requires 30 trucking level. If you don't have that trucking level yet and you want to get started, I still recommend buying a semi and then, for example, getting a tango on it. And it's almost as good, like, doesn't really matter. Actually, this might even be smarter to do this than the big train, now that I think about it. Should I actually do it? Let's do that. Let's set this instead of 60 in it. So it also makes a little bit more sense, kind of as a starting setup. So instead of taking the big one, I'm just gonna set it on this one. Let's just adjust that one a little bit. So this will now be my truck for the route that I set earlier. So let's go to the company. You can also press the company shortcut key, which is O by default. But you can come here, and now these numbers here mean how much that truck has been driving. And I have moved this Atlas Semi more, so I will select the one I just had there, go to the routes, assign route, and put the route in that I set on it. And it says I have trailer on it. This is a thing in this .19 version that we see how many trailers that truck has. And we give it to the NPC driver. And they will actually take a little while to figure out their path. Uncle Zemalf's high octane milk, right? Because high octane milk is my company, and Uncle Zemalf is this character. Okay, so that guy's figuring things out. Actually, wait a minute. I just did the thing that I was not supposed to be doing. I don't want this guy to leave yet. I want to spawn the other truck first. So wait there, and I'm not gonna give it to the NPC yet. It's still assigned. It's still assigned. Take the other Atlas Semi. We will be doing the high octane milk route today, so then it will all make sense. We did it in the efficient start, and that's where the name came from. Okay, so this one will be driving containers for me. So I will take the... no, I will actually not take that one. I will take the... not the Contour, but the... no, not the Cotra, but Contour lead. So that it has this chain mechanic in there. So we will be putting multiple trailers on this one. And this is the container truck that I was talking about that will deliver stuff to the meat factory, the bakery, the plastic factory, everywhere. And this container truck is basically like a foundation for the whole food production that you can then later on set up for the town bonuses. So we'll take 2 of the Contour leads. And then put a 40 in the back. Also, hey there, RJ. So now we're gonna take a Contour rear. You can't take the Contour lead because that's required, well, unless you have 100 trucking level. But I like the setup like this anyway, that we have 2 20s and then 40 in the back, giving us 4 container capacity, and one of them one of them long. 35 meters is the maximum. Atlas Semi is relatively short, but if you need like to optimize the space a little, just move the fifth wheels up just like a little bit. And then if you have a longer truck, you will get it under the 35. Okay, now that we have both of these guys set up, we can send both of them their way. This one will require a route. Just setting them here so the NPC doesn't need to move around as much. Okay, so now the trailer nightmare that we had yesterday has been diverted. So let's first of all set the other Atlas Semi here, come to the truck routes, and I will take my Notion database and take the very first route, the number 1 route, the container Kuchva, and copy this one. Come to the routes, imports, and we have the route here. All it does is drive containers to the meat factory and bakery. And right now, it's early on, I will take that warehouse out. That is related to the depot supply. So kind of end game route here. But we're gonna take the depot slots boys away the invalid and then the warehouse. And this is already it. And then we can also eventually just use this same truck and put it on a route. And I can build that route already. So I will at some point change this so that it picks up the containers from here and then drives the containers to the plastic factory and the water factory. So that I will feed those places to start to get some production going. But this will be a little bit later. This will be container, plastic, and free water. But it's ready there now. And now for my container truck, assign routes, meat bakery, and put an NPC on it. And now we can put NPC on the other one as well. So now we have a company, and that's how you have company trucks driving for you on routes. Tutorial over. Bye. No, we are not done. We are not done. We have about at least 2-3 hours today, and let's see how long this mini-series takes when I build myself a depot. So what we're gonna do now is make some money for ourselves. So let's do that by... I know that there's not too much fuel in there, so I can't get that much done, but I can get little. So let's just borrow this one. Normally you don't want to get these trucks that are standing around, but it actually doesn't matter in this case because we're gonna make our money through the contracts. And I will actually take this one so that I don't have to spawn a trailer. To avoid the trailer incident. So all of these are free for taking, and for the actual job that I'm doing, if I open the vehicle menu, if I look at the information, I'm actually paying 46% of the owner's profit share for the jobs I will be doing. But since the money I actually make, kind of the larger portion, is from the contract, that goes to me. I just basically paid the vehicle's owner, in this case the kind of game for using this truck without buying one myself, but it would be smarter to rent a vehicle if I wanted to make money with the delivery itself. So this takes a little bit of time to get the fuel up, so I will, because of that, only have capacity for to 20 here. So I'm waiting for NOx and fuel storage to pop up. Let's see. Okay, a little bit of unfortunate timing there. That location was out. It should spawn in a moment. So we did this route with, did we do this with 60 fuel by waiting a little at the end of the efficient start? But now I'm just gonna take 20 and basically do a mini version of the high octane milk. Okay, this was very unlucky with the NOx and fuel storage. Delivered 60 to it, it should not be full. Just saw it here yesterday. Just RNG that it's not here. Let's wait a little. Okay, if it's not appearing, then I'm starting to think that does the game actually consider that one to be full? Why just this unlucky? Well, if this is gonna take a long time, then I can change this and get more fuel, but I really wanted to just get... well, there is a straight connection to the free water factory. It would also work, but in order to make a little bit more money on the way... Come on, Noxon. I think that has 100 capacity, and with this character I have only done it once. Is it really that you can only do it one and then you need to go? No, but I remember doing that like so many times in a row. Although the game things might have changed. Okay. The fact that it's not appearing tells me that it's not gonna appear. So in that case, we are not gonna do this now. We're gonna wait. We're gonna do something else. This would have just given me a little bit of money relatively quickly. Because I need I need 11,000 in order to get the contract done. Also, this is only a 6-hour-old character, so some of the things actually take a little bit of time to get rolling. Yeah, it's looks like it's not appearing. Okay, so then we're gonna abandon this plan and do something else. So what's that's going to be? What do we start with? Because kind of we need to make money. So garbage collecting is one thing that we can do for money, or we can get some things done like driving logs. There is also something that can be done with AI from his own cog and get them to the Sando mill. Just thinking about the depot, what we need is we need this long route. That's gonna take ages. And also one of the things that is kind of hardest to get done really well because you need like quite high level to do that with NPCs. I'm here thinking that what is a good way to do. We could also drive some containers ourselves. We could, if we're gonna drive somewhere in here, it's gonna be a longer trip. Probably not worth it. Limestone collecting is happening there automatically now. While waiting for the container truck to do its thing. I do know that I could take the fuel to the tree water factory straight and get the milk. Yeah, let's do that. This skips one step, so a little bit less money. But there's also a chance that they have nerfed Nox and fuel storage a little bit because it's kind of a it's basically a contract money maker in the middle. I'll just wait here a couple of steps that if it appears. Looks like it's not coming, so then it is full. And the ranch is full as well. I did deliver 60 to it, so that might be it. Kind of overdid it a little bit. Yeah, okay. But let's get 20 to the tree water factory. I'm not gonna go over 20 because that would be waste of a contract. Even that this tango can take 40. And before those Dauber ones that I added to my company truck, this was the big boy. This is how many of us got started delivering fuels. The good old tango. Also here Raimondio. See you. Oh boy. Right. Stock FL. You did say it, Ailika, that FL's suspension might suffer. It is suffering in the corners and we are not even that loaded. Yeah, at least I used to do a lot of like crude oil to Sanho, then fuel back to plastic ore, or the oil back to plastic ore, fuel all the way back here, or bring crude oil to Jesu so that the Jesu harbor worked faster. And then I think because my main character has that about 9 million, and all the investments in the company have probably costed like the same, like 7 or so million. Probably like at least half of that is done with fuel and contracts. Because doing those long trips, having autopilots on, and then just coming in to cash the contracts. So when I say I have played 900 hours of Motortown, I probably played Motortown for 500 hours. And I've had Motortown running for 400 more. But this is very nostalgic, getting stalled on uphill, pulling Tanko. Yeah, we couldn't pull this full if with this stock FL that we borrowed. I was also on comfort mode, which was not very smart. So our container truck already made its first delivery. There in the chat log, or the log in next to the minimap, it showed that truck delivered containers, and the money you get from the company trucks is very small, especially the container one, but it enables us to deliver meat boxes and bread, either ourselves or with the NPC. Oh, sorry. Sorry, little mini. I was about to bypass this guy from the side, but probably would have been a bad idea. Speaking of bad ideas, this is probably one. Through the fields of glory of flowers. Anything to save 20 seconds. And now I probably wasted time. And when we're gonna get to the destination, we will not forget to get the contract. Especially now in the beginning of the game, it is so important. There is a difference between the comfort mode in the truck and the comfort mode I am in. Because in Motortown I am always in comfort mode. My trucks might not. So we go here, click on the contract, and get the 20 fuel contract at the water factory. Select that, and we need to pay for that one for 11,000, but then we're gonna get 56,000 for completion for it. So for this very little trip here, we make about 47,000 plus this money we have. But for this 3,500 that we got for delivery, we had to pay huge chunk to the owner of this FL. And now where the high octane milk comes in, for those who didn't figure it out yet, is that we just dropped fuel from this tanker, and we're gonna go pick up milk on it for some awesomely flavored milk that the game will turn into cheese. Now it drives decent as we are empty. But milk is among the heaviest liquids you can put in the tanker. So we're gonna be struggling even with just 20 tons. So whatever you deliver, the contracts are the moneymaker, and fuel happens to be the kind of the convenient one, because you can get the kind of already like big money contract with 20. With many other deliverables, kind of you will struggle a bit to get the contract sizes. You have to settle for the smaller ones. I did a quest to visit the milk farm. So here I'm not gonna pick up the load right away, I'm gonna turn, because we're gonna struggle leaving this hill. The milk farm is actually very good location for a couple of reasons. Firstly, one of the best all-around vehicles in the game, Ranchy, is here. 20,000, and they have now added a borrowable Kira tanker here, so you can get started by delivering some milk from here, even as a very early, just started character. Okay, cheese. Yes. Okay. Quest window a little bit buggy there. So we're gonna get 20 milk, not more than that. And it is producing fast because we delivered fuel here. Not that it matters, but again, for the delivery money, I could take 40, but I would struggle the hell out of it. Try to pull 40 tons of milk with this truck. But but also I'm in a company share truck, so I would not even get that much money for it. And with a single trailer, you can't do like 20 fuel contract and 20 fuel contract, because as soon as you deliver the tanker, you will drop all 40. Unless you go to 2 different locations and do 20 and 20. But that's where those split trailers come in, because you can deliver each trailer individually. So 3 trailers means 3 20-ton contracts, each 47,000. And that's how you make 300,000 or even more in just 30 minutes. Doing this, but pulling 3 trailers instead. But for that, from the stock vehicles, I recommend the Colima, just like I did in the efficient start end, as a bonus to make show how to make the money. But even that was struggling. So probably 2 of those starbursts is the kind of most efficient one. Oh, I didn't mean to put autopilot on. Disturbed of shipping petroleum and milk in the same tankers, but this is what we do. Our company is high octane milk. Like, wow, what would we be like? We're not gonna be some fuel oil company. Boring. High octane milk is way better. I didn't invent the name. I try to remember every time to say that it was ex-Gemini who came up with a fantastic name for the route, and thus our company. Since our company truck is going back and forth on this very road, there's high chance we will see them, depending on whether they are going the same way or are they coming back to Jesu Harbor to drop the empty ones and pick up new containers. Trucking level is 71. Again, from the top of my head, kind of I'm thinking that's what would be like a big baseline trucking levels. 100 is definitely 1. Because that's where you get... wait a minute, is Atlas Dump 75? Or is Atlas Tanker 75? And, whoa. Then the bigger engines are driver level based. I'm thinking here that what would be like a good goal to go for, because at some point I want to buy the Atlas Dump to either do coal run myself or just set it up to haul coal and iron from the Dasa Harbor. But it We might also just use that one dumpy that we have, instead of like investing massively into things just yet. Atlas dump is 100, that's what I remember. That, so it's Atlas tanker then that is either 50 or 75. Okay, interestingly that tanker did not spawn yet, despawn yet. So same thing with milk. We're gonna take the similar contract, but for that thing is now a little bit on the way. Should have not left it there. But with one tango, I think we can manage. So as soon as the tanker hits that, we will deliver the milk. So again, a little bit for the delivery, more importantly 47,000 net for the milk delivery. I'm gonna park this one in here. I could also just despawn this. No, let's despawn this. Oh wait, I can't despawn it like this. Need to go truck first. So now we have 120,000 again. And let's see a little bit what the money goal is, because I think I will be building this one. It's one of the most expensive plots in the game, but it is also the best. So money-wise, we have like a long ways to go, a really long ways to go. So should we buy ourselves a semi-truck and just get some stuff done with that, or something else? Let's see about the vehicles a little bit. So first of all, trucks. So Atlas tanker is 50. We're not gonna buy that one. That was just kind of the vehicle that I wanted when I was starting out. We have the Jamusis. The semi-trucks we have. I could already get to Colima, but Colima is expensive. So probably as like a workhorse we could buy ourselves an FL. Or just go and buy Jamusi Semi and use that in the company. But then it's gonna be a matter of like what vehicle is like decent on stock setup, because we don't have that much money to set them up. With late game character, I buy a vehicle, I can tune it to whatever setup I want, immediately putting the biggest engine on it and so on. So usually, if you buy like Colima for 300,000, it's another 300,000 for the setup. Yeah, Atlases I think are like among the best. The one I already bought, or the bigger one. Atlas 6.4 Semi has a 350 engine. I think the Colima is the only one with 440, but it's a big truck. And Longhorn Semi, of course, as well. Jamusi Semi is only 190, so it's very, very small. I think Titan is a little bit like underrated for what it can do. A bit small fuel tank. So the Titan might be one, but let's think about this now. So we are here. What we could do is get ourselves. I mean, in a way, one thing is we are kind of waiting for the fuel to reset, but in the meanwhile we could be driving logs, we could be doing sand for the concrete, we could be doing fuel already for that one, but maybe I'm kind of looking too much on the depot build already. I'm kind of not quite there yet. The logs. Doing some simple container truck drives ourselves. Kind of thinking to drive logs. And kind of go by at least one Jamusi Semi. When I go there, I would probably... Well, I can always leave the one Campy there, now that I have it. This is still kind of waiting for its location. Okay, I think we have a plan. The plan is to be driving a little bit of taxi jobs that kind of get us to right direction. And I think the first thing I do is maybe go rent a truck and drive some logs. But let's see a little bit where the game gives me passengers. There's some, we could do like a big buying one and go off-roading, but nah. Okay, I'm now kind of more curious or interested in where these guys are going. Okay, that one is going the right way. Game is giving me pick up cheese boxes for burger shop. The tutorial, well, not tutorial, but quest system. Just from what I'm seeing in the missions, it is much better, kind of taking you through all the different places. The quests that have been on the game before this version that I'm now playing. The starting of the game kind of left you a little bit on okay, what now? Which was kind of part of the fun, but also because there's so many things in... Hey, there's my company truck. Hey! 4 containers. There's so much to do in Motortown, so many different deliveries, production chains, different locations. So it looks like there's like quest chain to take milk, the cheese factory, and then take the cheese to the burger shop. So the game is teaching you about the production chains through this quest system. So we are currently, I'll just untrack that now. Basically there's a quest chain teaching you to do a delivery, and this interface will live and do better, but I think overall just these chains are good. It looks like this milk cheese into burger shop is one of the chains they have selected to include as starting production chain. And then you can take those burgers. Actually, now that I think about it, I should have picked up cheese boxes and delivered them to... So I was driving this way anyway. High-octane milk into unleaded Cuda. Oh, Coda. Chevron's cheddar, that's pretty good. Wait, I once again, I do this every time. I look at the distances the wrong way. The pickup is there, destination is here. That's not the direction I want to go to. Okay, well, I guess I'm not picking anyone. I'm just gonna go get a truck. So we're gonna cancel this guy. Actually, now that we are doing this, I could have just teleported down in Gangchung, but oh well. I see my dumpies at 0% there in the top corner, so this is the first time doing a repair. So I will click this repair, pay 100 for it, and I have to do that every time a company truck is like fully out, unless I have the depots doing the repairs automatically. You can't pull over now, officer. I'm busy driving fast. We could just afford Atlas, even if we buy it. Under control. 100%. 75. Wait, you don't need to despawn vehicle, it's just a habit of mine. Okay, so Titan would be 180. Do we buy a let's buy a oh it's 130, I can't afford it. Oh crap. Okay, so then we need to borrow one anyway. So what's we gonna borrow? Let's test drive the Titan. I haven't driven it's a vehicle I haven't been using much and I think it's pretty good. So let's rent this. So I'm gonna be paying every 10 minutes, but we keep all the money now. So now we're gonna drive to Zemalf. But probably on the way I will drop by the imports company and see if we would have some delivery from there. And this is the imports company there on the left. Was there readily available? Okay, I'm a little bit paranoid now, because this was already quite a lot of work. So just in case the trailer spawner now despawns my trailers from the NPCs, I will take a break here and take a backup in between so that I don't lose this progress. So let's have a quick break here and continue in just a moment. Alright, welcome back. Welcome back, and my company has made 300 coins profit. We don't set up the company for money, but it is making us some. It's mostly costing us, but it is making some. Okay, so we have 3 trailers, 1 trailer. And let's see that it doesn't bug out now. Actually, no, wait a minute, what am I doing? I could also just get that one. So I'm thinking that I will get a couple of containers, but... and also that is the truck spot. I'm looking at this spot where I get the trailer. Oh hey, Kikoskia, thank you for the raid, and nice to see you here. I am doing great. I hope you as well, and everyone who just joined. Big welcome. Let's see if I get one of these. That is everything okay in the company side. 3 and 1, yeah. Okay, so it only happens when they are nearby. So I am Zemalf. I play a wide variety of games. Today I'm playing Motortown, a fantastic open world driving simulator, and I am playing with a relatively new character, kind of I guess exploring a little how to get started when you don't have a lot of stuff yet. So if you are new to the game, you will get kind of a fresh experience instead of seeing a 900-hour character that I have usually in this one. But kind of very chill, slow-paced game, so kind of pretty much made for me. But yeah, let's see if we can... no, wait a minute. Containers are picked up from there, not here. Let's see what this place has. So yeah, here you would pick up like the normal stuff, but for the containers we have to pick up from there. This is kind of a very convenient, well, inconveniently placed on purpose that it's a little bit difficult to come here to pick up the stuff. Or actually the pickup is easy, but much more difficult to deliver. Okay, so I was thinking that I would deliver just to the other side of the road there. Or to Kangchung, where I'm going anyway. There's not much there, so I think I will pick up these ones on the way. These weigh a different amount. They are random. So I'm looking a bit that I'm not gonna overwhelm my car here. Not gonna make that much money, but this was just kind of happened to be on the way. So we're gonna take that one and this lighter one. And it's actually quite heavy for this truck probably. But let's see how stock Titan handles it, so we are also kind of test driving this car. Or truck. I so easily say just car. Okay, so we're not gonna go. Wait, clear waypoints. That's where we are going afterwards. Nope, the other way. Not that big of a difference. At least here on the flat ground, the Titan kind of handles this decently. It's very nice looking here from the interior. Tribal level 26. Dumpy keeps on working on the limestone. Now I have to double check. The longer one is for water, for the free water. So I'm gonna drop that first, because then I can let go of the trailer and deliver the small one to the plastic factory. A little bit of parking lot renovating there. Trying to take a cinematic shot. Okay, so I don't think there are contracts for containers, but always worth checking. So now the 40-ton container pays us 3,000, and with containers you always get a return job as well. But I'm mainly doing this to deliver these containers so that it enables these factories to produce what I want, mainly the plastic factory. Let's see if we can do this without letting go of the one to back to go. Delivery finished. You can now return the container, and it goes around just fine. Okay. This was partially also just test driving the Titan, and I think I like it. Could also just go straight through here. It's a little bumpy, but now that we are empty. Oh wait, is that fence that fence is unbreakable? Damn, forgot about that. Wait, it's I could swear I've been driving through this. Is it actually unbreakable? Let me see again. This actually looks like this is not the breaking kind. Yeah, I think this is solid. Damn. I just got myself in a little bit of a pickle. Can I even get away from here now that I tried to break it like that? I might be stuck here. Oh well. This is gonna cost some. Yeah, that's like almost all the money from this. Crap. I will just save this little bit of time. Okay, yeah, I can't help it. That is, I have to pay it. I have to pay it. Well, that's true. I could also just leave it because this was a rental. Right. I actually could have done that. Well, it's actually good that I need to stay on the road. I do that too much, like drive silly shortcuts. But I could swear I have driven through that fence. Maybe not. Maybe it was a different location. Okay, are there some rocks here? As many of the intersections nowadays have rocks to disencourage doing that. But yeah, this this was actually not that smart to do right now. But I will also say this. This is an example of the kind of container running that you would have to do to get certain deliveries unless you have the NPCs do it. So as a demonstration that I probably don't want to do that again. Doing it once. Alright, I should have driven from here. So I was it's literally like a couple of there is that gap there. So I literally just didn't drive here. I drove like 20 meters off, tried to drive through the wall, and because of that I got stuck. I am a dumbass. Let's leave them there. And then go do the stuff I actually got this Titan for. Let's just do a log run. So we are still paying rent every 10 minutes, but then we keep all the money. But also, it's good to just be driving around. So this one has wait. With the rental, do I pay for? Yeah, Lika answered my mind. Answered what I had in my mind. That do I need to pay for the repair? But I don't, because this is a rental. So I can repair it for free and get that radiator that is yellow. Oh, police officer, I think you're gonna lose that battle. this fit in? Actually, the first thing I'm going for is this Eastwood here, and then we go to. Can I squeeze myself into the garage here? I think this one is. Oh, this one is actually pretty low, so you can repair this really easily. I'm liking the Titan more and more. Yeah, this. Let's get stuck on. Yeah, because those don't have collision. Wow. Because many of the trucks you need to go and repair in the truck repairs. You can't kind of get them in there. Well, semis you can, because you can always reverse like that. That's where I was supposed to go. I was sightseeing. So this is a little bit of off-roading, but not. Oh, it's sand road. Not sure if this counts as an off-road yet, but this particular logging site is the one that you can have AI drive logs to the sawmill if you want to get blanks for your depot or otherwise, and then you can deliver the blanks. Whoa, yay. Not the best traction. Be a little bit careful, because if I do go off-road, then this car is in a little bit of trouble. Okay. Let's take it easy. Go with drift mode. So in this game, weirdly, kind of the sand road has less friction than the pavement. So I guess to a degree is right, but also not. So then it's very slippery to drive here. Okay, but we have a Eastwood here, which is the trailer. Nice, bright and red. Like it. Or you can spawn one there if there is not one here. But for trailer borrows you never pay rent, so unless you want to customize your trailer, you can get quite far with just borrow trailers. Okay, I see my Atlas Semi is needing repairs, so let's go here and repair it. This particular path is about as off-road as this is gonna get. There's a little bit of longer path from there in the right-hand side, but empty. This one works just fine. So from here, we're gonna pick up some for Sangdo, which is nearby. Yes, yes. So 4 logs. And let's see how the Titan handles this. And the path shows that longer path. Might require us to put automation or the auto shift off. Okay, that was fine. Let's take the shortcuts, see how it handles this. Downhill, almost more about controlling the speed than actually having power. Yeah, this is nice and simple. Here, just braking a little so that we don't flip this to the side. This one drives relatively easy downhill. Let's see how we can handle the climb. Climb to the sunset. Work, D-man. Have a good night. A little bit slowing down here on this hill. The stock engine. Ooh, my Atlas Semi just delivered 40 crude oil. Wait a minute, why did you deliver just... Alright, I put 2 trailers in it, not 3. I was like, why did you only deliver 2? But that means there will soon be more oil coming down from the south. Hey Selam, Euro Truck Vibes. This game is a combination of kind of putting a lot of different games together. Euro Truck definitely being one of them. I think strictly for like a trucking simulator, I think Euro Truck or American Truck is better. But just from the kind of open world driving and all the deliveries kind of being part of this persistent world is what I really like about this one. But then you also have a little bit of, you can call racing in this game. You can do the other different jobs. You can do garbage collecting and you can do taxi deliveries, deliver pizzas, all the different things. But then with truck, it's kind of then in the end not that different from say specialized trucker games. One thing, when I get this one done, I will change my dumpy truck to start driving the limestone to the cement factory. And then I think with 4 logs I can't get a contract. Maybe one day we'll get kind of the B-doubles for the logs as well, but we would need 5 to make the smallest contract. It is quite a lot of money for it. So kind of just doing this log run several times and like taking the bigger contract would might actually be like a decent money. It's 100,000. I want to do that a couple of times. But again, even 10 would require 3 runs. So I think I will just deliver this. So with this delivery, we'll start to get some blanks built here. And as soon as, because again, this doesn't have any wood blanks in it. So if I want more blanks here, I would actually set up a company truck to drive this. And then I'm just waiting here for one blank to appear, so then we see kind of where this delivers to. So while you get good money for the logs, and then you can take the blanks yourself, you can also just fill the storage with NPCs. and then deliver the planks yourself. So we're gonna see a bunch of places popping up here now that there's 4 logs here, 4 planks here. And among these destinations will be your own construction sites if you are building a depot, which we're gonna get to later. Probably not that far today because again it requires more money, and the steel production for that one is kind of the time-consuming part. But yeah, let me despawn this. How do I despawn this rental? I think I will. Although going to rent a truck it would be there, so I'm not gonna do that. I will leave the... We'll get rid of the Eastwood though. So Eastwood, despawn. Just the Eastwood. Get out of here, Clint. And then we have a trailer spawner there. So I could pick up another one. So here I could switch into a flatbed and deliver some planks, but I will save those for the depot right now. But I'm gonna go to the company and let's repair these vehicles so they keep on going. And I'm gonna go to the truck routes and I'm gonna pull my Notion database again. And filter it to limestone. Actually, I don't have that tagged. Let me see. So we're gonna put it for cement. No. Do I have depot built? I have depot built. Okay. Limestone to Nobong dump. Yeah, this is the one. So this has to be a limestone tag on that one. So let's copy that one. Actually, no, there's a better one. There is this sustainable one. So let's take this one, tag it for limestone as well. So I'm gonna copy this route here. Copy that route and then let's come back here to the game, add a new route and import. I'm gonna take the invalids out. So what this is gonna do, instead of just the dump truck driving at the quarry, it will drive and drop stuff for the drops in here. And I don't want any quicklime right now, so I will remove the quicklime. So we're just gonna get cement drops. So when you are dropping off, pay attention what you are dropping into. So we're gonna be driving limestone into a cement factory, and from here we'll get the cement to the concrete factory, and then the concrete is what we need for the depot. But this is gonna basically prepare cement for me without me ever going to the quarry, and possibly even without going to the cement factory. Although for that one we probably want to go there just to deliver it once. But let's do that, and then let's just see what you are doing. So you currently have some limestone rock, so you are going there. So what we can do is, if you changed into a route that shares the spot, it kind of goes quite smoothly. So I'm just gonna make sure here we have a limestone rock drop as the next destination it is going to. And then after that it's gonna go to the limestone and deliver that to the cement factory. Good. And then for us, option would be to actually do some meat delivery right now, because the container truck is serving those, so we could go see kind of how much is there, deliver a little bit to the supermarkets. So that's one thing we could do. 150,000. Let's do... Let me just take like a box truck. 9.7, that's the same size as the flanker, right? No, the flanker is what am I thinking about? Vamos. And I double check that my company trailers are fine. They are. Yep. That was such a weird, random, kind of a very specific scenario I ran into yesterday. That's better. Okay. Now, food. I'm gonna make this. No, but wait, I'm on a rental. I was about to say that I will make myself a route, so that I don't need to constantly put waypoints in. But I will do a little supermarket run. Basically going through a little bit of routes here that I will have NPCs on. But this is now partially just kind of spending time so that the fuel becomes available and I can get my next 300,000 from there. It has already been enough time for that one. So let's deliver to Jesu. So I'm gonna pick up I might have gotten myself stuck here. Yep, I did. Let's see if I can I spin it? Nope. Little things. That's gonna cost me again. Got myself stuck. Okay, so this is a corn farm. I could do like a round trip and just pick stuff for everything, but what I'm gonna do is pick up for Jesu supermarkets, but then also deliver to Jesu Harbor warehouse, where I'm going anyway. And then on the way, I'm gonna pick up some cheese and meat as well, that I now have available because we have been doing the high octane milk, or the milk part of that route, bringing milk to the cheese factory, and then because my company truck has been delivering containers to the bakery and the meat factory, there's also bread and meat available. And I'm mainly doing this now because I'm going towards Jesu Harbor anyway. And because I don't own a truck yet, this is rental, I can't spawn it there, even that I have the campy there for teleportation. And looking back what I did in the very beginning, I think buying 2 campies was a little bit premature. 1 was what I needed, but it's fine. I would have 300,000 now if I didn't buy the other one. Daily cheese. The cheese and butter there reminds me every time of Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams teaching English to the Vietnamese. Can I have some cheese and some butter? As an example of languages that are not or phrases that you don't actually need. So cheese and I'm gonna take, okay, actually don't, I will fill up with bread. And speaking of my container truck, it is right there on the opposite side, just made its delivery to the bakery and the meat factory. So I'm gonna come last to the bakery here to fill up. Even that meat is the time constrained one. Let's see how that goes. So we're gonna take I don't have Jesu here at the moment, I'm gonna wait. We could take it to the pizzeria and then have some premium pizzas. So you know what, let's take 10 in there. Wait, it's not loaded yet. Let's wait a bit. Why don't I have Jesu supermarkets? Jesu supermarket, where is Jesu? What is with my luck with these places now? The one supermarket I want to go to is not on the list. Okay, if it doesn't appear, I will just take the pizzas. Maybe it's not because kind of everything has been taken. It's also another reason to supply this with more containers. All it needed to do was give me 5 of those and it would be just fine. Yeah, it's not gonna generate more, so I might as well. I'm only gonna take 10. And then now we have a timer up on top. Only 5 minutes. to deliver the meat, so the meat needs to get there fresh. So ideally I would pick this last, but let's try to be quick with the bread and fill the trailer. Ooh. And not mess anything up here. That timer is actually quite generous on a short trip like this. But it was kind of put in place so that you can't kind of abuse it. Let's take that one, and then Jesu Harbor Warehouse, I'm gonna fill this with bread. So now we have a full trailer of corn, cheese, meat and bread. And our first destination should be the pizzeria. And doing this also enables us to deliver those aforementioned premium pizzas, and then those deliveries pay more. And you get like more jobs in the pizza for the deliveries. Finishing this production chain here. Impossible if you didn't hand deliver some containers to the meat place and the cheese. Actually, the pizzas require cheese and meat. But I've had that Atlas semi almost from the beginning of this video driving those containers, so that's why there was 40 boxes of meat there. So that's maybe the biggest lesson, even that in the end kind of not much has happened today, in a way. We set those up and be driving around, but all the time in the background the NPC drivers are doing their deliveries, filling storages, enabling the bigger payments or end products you want or need. And I think that's the biggest benefit of the company, that you don't need to do everything yourself. You can do the stuff you want, or simply because there will be up to 20 drivers with you, you just get stuff done faster. Like for example building the depot instead of doing every haul yourself. And to me, the company building kind of that logistics side, basically a little bit of, let's call it transport tycoon type of things, that has been big part of why I have 900 hours in Motortown. I should have not been driving from here. This should have trusted the GPS. Building that company up has been a big part of kind of why it's been the end goal for my Motortown sandbox. And then because of that I enjoy this. I also want to do this series, showing how to do it from the beginning. So I'm here on time. Let's see, are there meat box contracts? This place does not have contracts. That's why that didn't change. So that's the meat to the place. Now we are no longer on timer. And we don't have meat for the supermarket. But then, while I kind of have a very specific goal, I think big part of Motown is that there is so many things to do. It doesn't really matter what you do. Kind of everything progresses either you or the game world. And then for those who enjoy it, there's the multiplayer, which plays very differently because instead of company NPCs, you have other players doing kind of all that stuff. And I didn't speak about that today because this was not tutorial or guide for Motown. But indeed, kind of you can take the same character or make multiples, but you can play with the same character and go to the multiplayer server and play there. And you keep your vehicles, you keep your money, but obviously what you build in the map, your own map, that will be yours. And you can also invite other people into your world, which we have done. We've had Ailika and Steelblink and Nitendir here in my world, among some others. But now that we have food in Jesu supermarkets, we start to get some town bonus for Jesu. And I can actually check it right there that it starts to build up because I have these. If I had brought water bottles here and meat, the percentage would be even higher. But now that we have food here, we also have grocery bags in the supermarket for some in-person deliveries. Not to be done with this truck, but would be possible. And then the destination Jesu Harbor warehouse, and then we're gonna pick up some fuel to make big bucks. Hopefully with Nox and fuel storage on the list, so. I think I will test out with 2 trailers. Also now, I think I might just in case take a backup again because I'm paranoid. Because now there's a chance that my company truck will be nearby. So now that time has lapsed, would they still lose their trailers? So this is the trailer spawning bug that I mentioned, currently in game, hopefully fixed, because it's kind of can happen so randomly. In theory, it can happen randomly, but if the trailer has now become more persistent because it's been going around, that might kind of save. I thought there it is. Actually, this would be an opportunity to test this now. Wait. Yeah, I will test this. I will jump out and I will take a backup. Alright, it's not related to really this company setup, but since I spent so much time on it yesterday, I want to know, does it happen? Does it happen with the company cars now? Taking a backup of my save so that I don't lose progress. And then let's go back. Now with my company truck in there. Is that far enough? Yeah, what if I spawn now? That is also... I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, because behind that fence there was far enough before. So what if I spawn one now? Okay, it did keep them. Oh, it also drove straight in there. Interesting. Okay, so it's not as dangerous. Bug, but I just happened to do the exactly right sequence of spawning trailers for multiple trucks. Okay, but that trailer is now there waiting for me to do the fuel. As soon as I drop the bread and meat I have. So in a way, kind of dropping stuff here is not that much worth it, because it doesn't increase any town bonus or anything. But it was conveniently on the way. And it also generates pallets here. Okay, so now this vamos can actually go away. It's being emptied. There was an option to never track quests. Maybe there is, I haven't even checked. But wait, there is a Colima here as well. Why did I rent the Colima in my efficient starts? Probably because I didn't remember that there's Colima right there. Because with Colima we could pull free. I think with this one it's too much of a struggle. Yeah, let's do that. So I could have just teleported here. Oh, well. A little extra for the food, but yeah, let's borrow this. So again, this one's company share is probably like 60% or something. Yeah, it is 60%, but it's not the delivery money that we care about. We care about the contract money, and it's worth it. And so nice and red this Colima. So we're gonna pick up 3 trailers. And now this is the main big version of the high-octane milk. But with Colima, I have to move this forward. We will hit 35 meter limits. A bit far there. And then we're gonna take another Tarper lead. kits. I'm gonna take this one forward just a little bit as well. Not much. Why I do this is that Colima is so long that we will hit the 35-meter limits when we get free trailers. Man, again, 3-color, different color trailers. So they are 34.91. I was 9 centimeters below the limit because I moved those fifth wheels a little bit. After you connect, you can go over. So if you just move them forward and then move them back if you need to. But this is the one I already did at the end of the efficient start to make money quickly there. So we are just gonna repeat that. Because this one is by far the best money maker as soon as you hit level 30 to be able to borrow these trailers for trucking level 30. So now hopefully there is that Noxan there now. It is, but it's only 38. So, no, actually it's 38 because there's only 38 here. Wait a minute, it was still not enough. Alright, but I emptied this, that's why. Okay, we're only gonna get 2 then. Then we're gonna only get 2. You could... does this work nowadays? Yeah, that was fixed, that's it. It produces crude oil again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do then is... Okay, a little bit of shuffle here. We're gonna leave this one. Take it off. We're gonna actually go get the rental. So we're not gonna take the Colima. I will continue my Titan test. Why delete the first one? What was that related to? Ah, to have 2, okay. Wait, did I have these, oh, I actually had these down all the time. Now a little bit forward so that we're not connected to that one anymore. Did I have this one down as well? No, those are good. Okay. Okay, so not 60 but 40. In a minute. I could also have my company truck bring fuel, or to bring the crude oil here to have this place produce faster. Which probably I could do that already with company, with the plastic already being delivered a couple of times. So 39 and then one more. Now that I said that's allowed. Give me that one. Okay. Now that I said that's allowed, that is actually a very smart thing to do, because this is... We're gonna make money. We... no, not that one. Okay, so it is currently bringing... Wait, it only has 4 oil. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna delete that, and I'm gonna change your route. I'm gonna do a route from crude oil in OG drilling, and just bring it here. That, and this guy will take that route and go to OG drilling next. So it has not been producing fast enough there, so it's kind of been maybe a little bit wasteful to have it that big. Next trip it would have more. That maybe has happened. I'll actually go check the plastic at some point, but now it's gonna boost my fuel production, so that I can get stuff done faster. Wait, is this? Yeah, I'm so confused with when I was up and down. Okay. Also a test for the Titan, that's how well it handles this weight. Yeah. I think this is maybe better. I'm not gonna crawl up the hill as much when you pull free, but getting free trailers would be extra. Extra 45,000 or even more afterwards. So now I kind of I have a little bit of waste. That end one could be the top or rear, which I guess Ailiga, you meant that yeah, I should get rid of the first one instead. That's fine. So I started this at about 18:35 my time, so this should be about 30 minutes, where we make about 300,000, starting at 167,000 coins. Titan with stock engine is already, of course, struggling. Maybe I still should have kept the Colima and Bull 2. But good to see how the Titan handles this. quite slow, but this is the biggest climb of the journey. It's mostly flat ground and downhill. This is the slowest parts up this hill here. It's able to maintain the speed quite well. So I'm gonna hold here on the second gear. I think the default is B on the PC or Xbox controller, so that the auto shifter doesn't shift down or up. Yes, Sikuta, only you talking in the chat. That's fine. Now that we get here in Noxon fuel storage, the most important thing is that we don't deliver too quickly, so we want to avoid hitting the delivery zone with the trailer, but instead go here and then take the first contract, 20 fuel, and this is the high-octane milk, the high-octane part of it. We deliver 20, then we take another one, and we are 100,000 richer in less than 10 minutes. Oh, right. And then, before we leave, we pick up stuff for the ranch. Yes, yes. Pick up stuff for the ranch to the front one. And the free water factory is... Alright, this place was actually empty. I don't know how it was not appearing before. Yeah, now we see that it's definitely empty, so it should get its fuel. Okay, so now we have the water factory and the ranch. The game wants me to go from that direction, but I am not gonna. That was also 800, sorry, 8,000. 8,000 with deliveries, which we would have paid like 4,000 or even more if we had the borrowed vehicle, not the rental. And if you would ever want to buy trailers, that's where you could do it in. Most of the game's trailers are there. There are some that are not sold there, but it's very few. The Lobo van. Then what is it? Oldham. And the Mikeum sites. Yeah, not that many trailers that are not there. By the way, I didn't add too many of them, but just to kind of about the emotes that I put in Discord, they are not in any way final. I was just kind of testing things out, but a couple of them should be in the emotes. I think I added the zip and then the roleplay yawn there. I think the roleplay yawn needs like a more open mouth. But I also agree that I think I will just record those or like take screenshots of myself for the emotes. And from the emotes I have, only the laugh and cheers is something that I have kind of staged and taken the screenshot. Everything else has been kind of captured from the stream. And some tweaked, like the meme or the blech. Oh, you like the cartoons? The feedback on the Discord was a little bit negative because they are generated with AI. But I did like that kind of I guess it's like cell shaded look. But my idea was, which I have been planning for a long time, while I kinda agree with you that having all the emotes kind of based on my real face instead of cartoons do for the most part show up better, or let's say specifically drawn ones, not cartoon necessarily. Specifically drawn ones do show up better in the chat if they are done well. So I kind of plan to experiment on that and kind of get probably get some custom made. No, Siku, that was this was the first step. I kind of just to get a little bit of understanding how they would look like, without having someone to work on them just yet. Repair my trucks. So here again it's gonna be like about another 10 minutes from where we picked up the fuel, and it's gonna be another 100 tons. I'm not gonna go to the ranch first, even that it is there closest. Actually, wait, should I? Then I would need to pull the milk in there. Then I have to come back. You know what? It's actually I've never done this way. But wait, if I do this, I can only take 20 milk. Right, that's why I do it the other way always. Okay, never mind. I'll be back! So first 20 and free water fuel is in the back. That would actually deliver the front one already. It's a good thing it was in the back. There we go, that's another 50,000. And the water itself is delivered in pallets, so you don't have high octane water. Now let's go back to the ranch. I already came fast. And hopefully have 40 milk in there. Yeah, eventually, if you don't have company NPC delivering cheese from there, or you do it yourself, you will fill it, and then your milk delivery days are over until you deliver some cheese. I guess that's also one aspect of the company, that not only they enable the production chains, they also make the production chains keep on rolling by delivering the end product. Oh, and back to the emotes. The bigger thing where I kind of want to have some custom ones made is having some really good animated ones. Because those are difficult to find, that kind of actually really well work in the small form. A little bit of struggle here going up. I think from my own animated ones, obviously the community made ones like the Party Zemalf or the, what else do we have here? Well, that at least. But then from the ones I've found from artists sharing them freely, the water balloon throw is that's the kind of cool one that really works well with the emotes. Or the animated emotes. I do like the party crab as well, yeah. I actually got those there. I don't know if they do it regularly, but actually that Kira tanker is kind of on the way of my usual route here. Let's be a little bit careful here to get stuck. But the party crab among others is that there are like artists who have shared like emotes freely in like a group. So there were like spring emotes, summer emotes. I'm not stopping here. So I picked up some of those ones. And the good thing about the emotes is that you can change them. The party Zemalf done by mimicking the party parrots, made by Arva Perkele once upon a time. So happy for that one. That is amazing. And that was done even before Twitch had animated ones. We still have it in the BBTV emotes. Okay, so I'm doing this because this milk is gonna wait a lot, so I can prepare to leave this place. Because the milk is so heavy. And for this one I will take the auto shift off. because the Titan is gonna struggle a little bit and the auto shifter is gonna downshift too aggressively. And I've now explained this many times, but this is where the high octane milk comes from, because we just delivered fuel and then we pick up the milk into the same tanks. No problemo. Flavor. Oops, too much downshifting. So now as the last trip of this fuel into Noxan, fuel into Freewater and Ranch, and then milk to Cheese Factory. We are gonna take this to the Cheese Factory, and it's gonna be a little bit over half an hour, I think, in total, but not much. Hey the Weasel. Wondering what truck are you using for heavy duty and what upgrades? This is not my main character. We are today in this sort of a tutorial character who is just getting started. But I drive a lot nowadays with the biggest trucks, the Longhorn Semi and Golema. But I actually like the Atlas 6x4 quite a lot, because for the very heavy duty, because it has the stiffest suspension. And for any build or upgrade, kind of you always obviously go always max engine, always turbo, things like that, and kind of where it starts to shift is how you want your engine, how you want the final drive. And the final drive kind of depends on how heavy you go. If you pull 250 ton plus steel coils like I've been doing, or even more, then you need like a really is it then short final drive, so that you have the capacity to pull all those that heavy load. But I usually go with the 13 speed shifter instead of 18, and for the very heavy duty, not necessarily go like max suspension, max stiffening, but that's kind of a good starting point, and then you tune down. Basically go as soft as you can, but then stiffen it instead of always having the, because if you go too stiff then you might lose traction. Yeah, more or less, if you want ready-made builds, look up Raging 413. They have a YouTube channel, and from their YouTube channel they have and they have a Twitch channel as well. They have a link to their Discord, and Raging does builds, or has done builds, for every vehicle in the game, and in particular optimizing all the builds for different loads. So all my all my I haven't done fine tuning apart from maybe like Atlas Dump for my own liking for the Iron and Go runs. Every other build I have just taken Raging's build and then in the end realized that it can't be improved from how well it's balanced and all that. So they have lists of builds in their Discord with all the workshop numbers, and you can easily. I always, that's my go-to. That if I get a new truck, I get a workshop number from them, and also the fact that Atlas semis have the stiffest suspension. After that is actually Titan. That information is solely based on Raging's research on the subject. FL1 is really I think that's because you can get it almost at the beginning of the game. It has that 15 trucker requirement, and you can do everything with it. It's kind of it falls short at the. I had such a good speed going, and now I'm struggling again. I think the FL only starts to fall short if you go to the really heavy wood planks or heavy steel coils, because FL has a little, even if you go all the way to 500, FL has a little bit of soft suspension. I really hope they expose the exact values of the suspension, because that's basically completely hidden. Because kind of in my head, at least, I was thinking that if I put 500% springs on a truck, and then I put 500 on another, they are the same, but they are not. Because it's a multiplier to the base value, which we don't know. Okay, contracts for milk. We get 120 here, and then we deliver, and then we take another. With 2 trailers, this is just about doable, depending on the truck. Let's see if Titan can handle this turn. So we maximize here kind of how we turn without getting stuck. The Titan is not as smooth as some other are. So shuffling around a little. First deliver it there, and then now that we are here, we can take the other milk. 20. And then we probably need to get this one out of the way, and then shove that other one in. Yeah, it also turns very poorly because it is the middle one, because I didn't change it into the rear. Brain melt. After not having to do any reversing in 3 hours, how did this work again? The key is patience. Letting the wheels of the truck turn, and then steer the rear one with the middle one. It's kind of how you think about it. Nailed it! And that's how you do 300,000 in 30 minutes. high-octane milk to produce gasoline Kuda. I like it. Now we have end product as well for our high-octane milk company. What it's gonna be then when we take the gasoline Kuda into into the pizza joint. Petroleum pizza? Yeah, really boring. $400,000. So now we could do a lot with our company, like a lot. So I think the next thing I will do is go buy ourselves. I think I like this Titan. I think this is gonna be my driver, mainly because with my main character I almost have not driven the Titan. So this was the rental. We're gonna serve as well. I am going to wait. I am level 81 in trucking, so I'm still on the way. I need to deliver stuff to get to 100 to buy the Atlas dump. X on extra cheese. Yeah. Like, I think that's better than petroleum pizza. That's fine. Man, it feels such a struggle to go to the Michiam Lockhouse to buy the Jamusi semis, but I kind of have to do it because they are the cheapest. So let's do this. Let's go here. Let's get my taxi, and let's go buy ourselves 3 or 4 Jamusi semis. Foxorino. And let's see if we would get lucky and find something that goes even a little bit that way. That goes to Guangqing. Like, is Mikeum not like a destination at all for taxi? I think it should be. Like, people need to go work there. I think it's not in the spots at all. It's not a pickup spot either. I don't know why I was clicking here, because I see them on the map. I guess I just wanted to go through all of them. Well, that's kind of going that way. Yeah. I think that's one. Actually, no, wait. Let me, so I need to... Where was this going? It's going the other way. Do we have some here that are going the right way? That would be pays more. It's comforts. It's not urgent. We have well, that would be a little round trip. Probably lose the urgent on it. Or if take a trip, go buy Jamusi semis and then take the guy there. Not many urgents around. Yeah, looks like there's more on that side. Okay. Use the convenience of my motorhome. Fox is not like the most comfortable. It's not the comfort taxi. That would be going to Ara. If I go to Ara, then I should really buy a bus and set it up in Ara to start enabling that town. Do I want to do that? You know what, let's do that. That's part of the company plan. So we're gonna take this guy. We're gonna drop by the bus dealership first. Then we're gonna stop by the Mikeum. So this guy is gonna come along for my shopping trip. Oh, don't drive the ocean! Almost went for a swim. That was even close. So I have 490,000. I don't know what the new Sivo bus costs. It's probably what I get for town of Ara. And it does make like decent money. How fast it makes the investment back? Probably never. Unless you play for hundreds of hours. I don't have the best brakes in the box.
Thank you very much.
Hold on to your wick, man. It's gonna get windy. Wonder, will the taxi passenger despawn if I jump into a bus for a second? Actually, I don't need to jump into the bus before I deliver the car. So I want to name the bus, because that bus is gonna run there forever when we set it in. And what am I talking about is that I will set up the bus running in Ara. It's the cty down south in the OG island. And that town eventually probably gonna be a big city as the game develops. Maybe not. Because it has a mechanic that none of the services in that town work until you kind of deliver that town enough services. Whatever it is. For example, bus service. Oh boy. I was worried for a second that I wouldn't have the capacity, the brake capacity to actually stop there, because as said, the brakes on this thing are quite bad when we are going 100 kilometers per hour. The guy in the back is like, where are we going? I'm just gonna buy a bus. Wait for a split second, my friend. Just a split second. So here's the new Sivo bus. And I can buy it because I have the bus levels, thanks to the efficient start that I did for this character. So now the next stop is Nigeum Locking, where we're gonna buy maybe 3 Jalusi semis. Oh, totally legal here. Not speeding at all. Too fast. Accelerated too fast. Alright, Steelpunk, take care. So this trip is quite long. So I might even prepare for the future, and this is where that second Cambi will come in handy. I can leave a Cambi at steel mill, so that when I eventually want to get steel beams for the depot, I will have a Cambi there, and also kind of just having a Cambi at the southern island is a good one. Also, for this series, and so today, leaving Jeju Island for the first time and going down to the big Oji Island. This engine Ikuta is not really meant to be going 130 kilometers per hour. Case and point. But I have this because this is very capable of doing off-road taxis, which pay really well, taking people up the mountain to crunching. And that's where this thing shines. Not that the engine sound is any better going up the mountain, but you're not going up as fast. So. Also, it's a little bit better with comfort mode because you go on a lower RPM. And the comfort mode has nothing to do with the passenger's comfort. It is strictly setting how early the auto shifter changes up and down. So one thing is that when might be this location here in Beyond might be the best depot to buy as the first slot, because it kind of serves the long trips that you probably want to do, and then it's a little bit cheaper. It's kind of in the middle of everything, so it's an average time to build it with all the materials, because then the plot in Kuchva, that's the premium, just the plot costs 500,000. But the good thing about Mototown is that when you do build a depot, you do get paid to build it, because it counts as any other construction site. Just gonna bear my vehicle there. Absolute efficiency point of view, the Zemalf semis that I'm going here for, they are good for the literal off-roading if you drive them yourself, but because they are cheapest to run for the company. And with the company trucks and the AI vehicles that are not near player, they don't have the same kind of physics system, so that's why the Zemalf semi will it will do everything that any other truck will do. So for the company trucks, you don't want to put your Kolimas and Longhorn semis there unless you literally want to do some sort of a roleplay build that you have the most expensive trucks in your company. Okay, one more. Got nothing but blues. Oh, I guess our company color is blue. So now I have 3 Zemalf semis. Sorry about that, sir. Let's keep on going. Oh, wait. No, yeah. This would be another location where the lever can be, but I think I will take the steel one. Get there, Fozzie. Oof. Didn't even lose a comfort point. Don't text and drive. In my case, looking at chat. Okay, this fox can take a beating. Not even a damage in engine or radiator. I mean, what it's gonna take to actually lose a comfort point with this guy if that was not one. This guy is paying premium for truly thrilling journey. Ooh. As soon as it started raining, all the traction was lost. And none of it was because of the rain. It was just coincidence. It was all me. Actually, it is much more slippery. Yeah, much harder to drive now. But that is true, it's free shower as well. They will get where they are going nice and fresh. Although, Mythbusters did prove that the faster you drive, the drier you stay in a convertible. Not necessarily cheap like this, but maybe more aerodynamic one. Is that police? It's police. So I like that the police don't care at all if you pass them from the wrong side, but if you go to the opposite way, it's like, wrong way! Hold it right there, sir! Yeah. This guy got the scenic route and police chase. Expecting triple tips. Oh, the company made 5,000! You're rich. I expected to pay to having those company trucks running. Because the company is, you don't make money with the company. Eventually you can make like 15 to 20,000 in-game day. Well, depending on the in-game event. I guess a real-time hour, about 20,000. But even then, like, at that time, you yourself, you can do 500,000 easy. Okay, the police frequency is at 100% and every single car is police. That's why I very often have the police frequency at 50%, because I think it is that kind of okay, now player has moved, let's spawn some cars, we need one police kind of deal. And then there's always police spawning among the first cars. Where's this guy going? It's going to... Let's go into Ara. Okay. Ready for the next adventure, sir? Here we go! Rock, 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 tree, tree, tree! guys like, is that all you got? No, sir, it is not all I got. Hey, Hildebrandt. You know what? I am stupid. I am a dumbass. Not because I drive off the road. I should have spawned trailers for those jamusis and put them to work. There's a trailer spawner right there in the Migeon. Only like 10 minutes slow. Thanks, brain. Nope. We have worked around the trailer spawning bug, and even verified a little bit that it's not. It was that very specific way I did it that actually causes that. Driving the first trailers a little bit too far. But yeah, all good today. But yeah, I could now have 2 of those semis already running. So now I have to teleport to Jesu. Unless is there a trailer spawner here? Oh, let's check that when we drop this guy off. Just making sure this guy wakes up, because I think he fell asleep. The trip was so boring.
Thank you very much.
Is there... well, there's a... No, but there's not a trailer spawner even in here. It's truck spawner. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity for very nice efficiency. So, oh well. Let's wait. Can I even spawn my bus here? Does the spawner work at the garage? I don't think even that works. Man, this is complete failure. Yeah, I don't think even the spawner works in there unless there's parking slot that I can spawn in. Okay, actually see there is a spawner at the behind there, but I think that I was thinking of spawning in garage, and I don't think that can do. But does the spawner still work even if the garage does not? And actually, with this, that's probably a spawner at. Can I spawn from a garage when it's not functional? No, I cannot. Okay. Is there a parking slot spawner at the bus station? There has to. been a while since I've kind of set up Ara. Just think like how hardcore this place is. Okay, yeah, there's a spawner here. Like because it could be that you can't even spawn things in Ara unless you have a service. That would be pretty brutal. Okay, so then my Zemalf. But instead of using those routes, I will go to my company routes, go to the current routes, easier to find, and pick up the Ara bus routes. Copy that, because you need a company to make your own routes. I will go here, bus routes, and I will just add. Oh, did I not press copy? Oh, I didn't copy the JSON. Accidentally clicked on the name. So here's my Ara bus route. It has one invalid in it, because that's the depot that would eventually be here. So I can remove that one. And I have numbered it 4, because I have like Jeju 1, Gangchun 2, and then round trip on Jeju Island 3. And then Ara is the 4th bus line, but in this case it is the 1. And I will not add this to the company just yet, but I will drive this once myself to kickstart Ara. I don't need to, but I will. And actually, you know what? I won't. I will set this up for the company. Then I will be using bus slot for my precious slots that cost quite a lot. No, but I think it's still worth it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's add the Zemalf, sign a route, Ara town and bus, and jump out. And they will start driving. And eventually that will bring up the town of Ara bus service. Already this taxi service I did was actually serving it as well. And then eventually when the percentage goes high enough, the services will start running. So now let's see if there's anyone taking like a short trip. No, they all want to leave. But I want to go to the steel mill drop, the Camby. I remember once using Zemalf lol emote in someone else's stream. Person in chat recognized it and asked about following Zemalf. That is one part of why emotes are so great on Twitch. Because when you do sub, you can use the emotes on other, like everywhere, not just that person's chat. And then not only you get those emotes, but then for the streamer, it is a little bit of marketing if the emotes are truly great. Not just that someone recognizes that, okay, I know that guy. but like that, there are people who want specific emotes. I know, and they are willing to pay that $5 for it. And I guess support the streamer at the same time, of course. But okay, steel mill. Why are we here? We are here because we will eventually need steel beams for our depot build. So what I will do is I will spawn oh crap. I guess this I see it in the map. So I'm not gonna spawn the wrong Gambi. I was like that if I spawn the one that is, this is why I usually name them, so they don't accidentally spawn the Jesu Harbor Gambi anywhere. But now I can teleport here eventually, not having to drive all the way in here. Although I would probably be driving here to bring up some coal and iron, but let's at least have this somewhere else than just dealership. But this is long ways away, but we will need coal, iron and limestone to produce these H-beams for the depot when we eventually get it. And because it also involves that limestone, that's why I was at the very beginning setting up that dumpy to drive the limestone. And speaking of which, I think I will set this dumpy now to a... Actually, finish that delivery and then we'll change it. It's a small truck, but it will be delivering stuff. Or maybe I will set up one of the Jamusis to run on the goal. Yeah, that's probably what I will do. So now my only real choice is... Okay, there is a trailer spawner in OG. Okay. If I go there, then the Jamusi will have to drive all the way down. If I set them to drive coal and iron. Before I get Atlas Dump, I think I will do that. So let's see if there would be a lucky taxi trip. So I'm gonna be going to OG. Are they all going? I know the people do go to work in there, but looks like they are not, so... Let's get a different car than this one, so we can... Oh, but do I have... This one is almost out of fuel, and I can't fuel here. So I guess we are stuck with wonderful engine sounds. This particular trip, or as we have done many times with my main character recently, after the .18 updates, doing all the steel hauling to the oversized deliveries. Yeah, the good thing is that I have money. I can buy extra slots for my company. That's one thing. And I can have 2 Jamusi semis running coal and iron, while that one dumpy can do limestone, and I would have steel ready. So then we would kind of already have everything but the concrete. So that concrete would be the final stretch of the setup. I think when I get to the OG drilling here as kind of final setup here, I could have avoided this if I set the Jamusis running when I bought them, like my brain realized 10 minutes late. Yeah, that actually makes the Jamusis pretty good. But you would just save a little bit of money before you go there, so that you can buy at least at 3, maybe 4 or 5 even, depending on how many slots you have available, and then you immediately there spawn the drillers to them and send them on their way. Because the drive there takes time, then you're kind of done. Wow, I was half a centimeter on the wrong way. At least gives me fine. With that I say, fine. I'm out of here. Boy. I was just thinking in my mind, a lot of wrecked cars on this road. Now the radiator actually broke a little bit, not fully. Makes us go a little bit slower, but saves us from the highest rev sounds. Is there rocks here? Straight to Joel with you. Oh, Hildebrand. That's in Motortown. That is B+. That is B plus motor sound. Fun. Amazing. For those who don't know the game. Joel. Well done. That was good. So slippery on the sand. I'll pay your fine. Stop chasing me. So it gives me a chance to check how much. I guess that the one truck does not like stop this in any way. Okay, 170. So the one truck is like slowly training it. Too bad. Okay, so what do we do with my? Yes, here's what I'm thinking. So I will. Oh, is actually in the trailer spot now. We will do is get Oldham. Oldham is the only one you can get for dump, right? At least it's the biggest one. And there's no... Yeah, it's the only one. Just also kind of to show how to verify things like that. You go to the vehicles, you take the trailer, and here no, actually you can't filter for cargo yet. Okay. But yeah, Oldham is the only one that is like the trailer for dump cargo. So the biggest kind of capacity you can have for dump is to have Atlas dump, which is 20, and then you add a, sorry, not 20, but 17, and then you add Oldham on it, or 10 more. Now that I only have a semi, it is Oldham is my choice. So we're gonna spawn an Oldham and get my Jamusi semi. And we're gonna have a little bit of a Swedish combo here with blue and yellow. And now I'm not gonna drive this guy too far, so that the trailer does not spawn. Despawn. Although in here, because the single trailer is not that bad. And then we're gonna spawn another Oldham and take my other Jamusi. Oh, yeah, but matching, so that's nice. So now they're connected. All is fine. Just gonna put them here so that they are ready to go. The NPC doesn't need to be doing too much driving. And then we're gonna go to the company slots, and for the first time we'll buy a new slot in just a moment. But we're gonna add this guy in, and once again gonna go to there, go to my database here. We're gonna take steel in the filter, and there's a lot of choices here because there's many ways to do this, but we're gonna do there's this one route that does everything, one crazy route. I'm not gonna do that one, I think. We're gonna do this one. It's kind of simple one, and we're gonna simplify it even more. So we're gonna copy this one. Go back to the game, truck routes, add a route, import. And we don't have a depot, and then we can just go for steel beams first. So we don't even need to change that. Although if they both gonna drive, well, actually one of them is gonna drive iron. It's gonna take a while. I don't really need the steel coils for anything, but on the other hand, this would get it built if I do. Okay, let me think about this. How do I want to do this? That was the wrong route, actually. That's the one I want. Taking the invalids out, so it's the 2-3 ratio. Those spots, so it's kind of alternating how they drive. So that's the one I want, and then this Jamusi semi gets the truck route and goes for coal first. And I will have them drive both ways. And then we're gonna buy our first add slot time. And then we can add another car. And it's gonna be this Jamusi. And we're gonna add a route to it, same one. But we're gonna go like halfway of this one. And pick up iron first. So they start kind of in the different parts of that that way. Ideally they would be going like opposite ways, but that's fine. Send the coal one on its way. Oh, actually, both of them jumped into. Wait, what? I didn't even click the other one. Alright, it automatically assigns because I gave a route to it. And I was not in the car. Yeah, these guys are gonna have a race. So now we have 6 cars running for the company. Starting off a little empire. And now the next thing would be to continue making money myself and maybe start looking to buy that depot. First one. Or, I don't know. Would it still be best to first have like a food truck going? Maybe. One consideration in that one is that for like a end game solution. End game solution, you would be buying a Lobo. Okay, the level is not that much. How much is the Lobo van? There's nothing on that, so it's just money. Or probably just have a Jamusi semi pulling some combination of maybe even just a Vamos on the food, which we could set up because we bought it, right? We did. You know what? Let's set that up. Oh, but the next slot costs 100,000. We can't do that yet. So that would be the next stop. But let's see how much the crude oil delivery has helped to boost the production of this. Oh wait, I just realized. The setup I said that it's bringing oil in here, it's actually not working because it also picks fuel on the way out. So it's empty, is this? I'm stupid. I'm even more dumbass than I realized I am. So this tanker has been bringing crude oil here, but then they're gonna bring fuel back to boost the production. So that's why this has actually been making decent money, because it's been doing both ways, but not because what I wanted it to do. So I will switch this back to right, because you can't tell it's not to pick fuel from the harbor. That's why you need to do that yourself. And I actually should have done that trip now that I teleported here, so triple dumbass in the last hour. Okay. Also, I'm calling it a stream, probably because I'm a little bit tired, kind of losing focus on those. This guy's gonna do the plastic thing. They're gonna go to the OC drilling first, drop that off, and then they're gonna go their way. Let me check that that route is solid. So it does the oil refinery drop off. Then why was there so little oil in it? Or it takes time for that to build up. So maybe it works now that the guy was doing something else. Probably so. And as far as vehicles go, the next slot would be 100,000, which I don't have, just short. And because of that mess up, I can't do the fuel run I was here thinking to do. Yeah, this didn't go well, but good thing I came to check because indeed, the tanker also picks up the stuff on their way out. But I am gonna call it a day. I will continue this next week's Monday. And I will continue this until we build a depot. I'm probably gonna get it done next week's Monday and Tuesday. So this week's Thursday, Menace again, and then on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Well, Menace on Thursday and Friday, and then Pillars of Eternity 2 on the weekend. No, I'm not Topophobo. I'm still without a job. That's why I have so much time to stream on 6 days a week and all that. But yeah, I will see you guys on Thursday for Menace. For Motor Town next week. Take care.